is Sports Kings Radio with Rob Calloway and Dean Reed.
Georgia Tech gives you so many looks. They've got a standard double tight end, 2 wide outs, and a lone setback. Yeah, love the ace formation. Hamilton checks off. Short drop. Goes the fade route to Campbell. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Awesome. Nobody throws a fade better than Joe Hamilton.
This is Sports Kings Radio, News and Talk 1380 WAOK, the Sunday edition of Sports Kings Radio. Social Media Sunday in full effect. Of course, Rob Calloway and Dean Reed hanging out with you. 404-892-2703 is the number. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/SportsKingsATL. Also on Twitter at SportsKings1380. And right now we're being joined live on the line by former Georgia Tech standout quarterback Joe Hamilton. He's recently been named the new running back coach over at Georgia State University under Coach Bill Curry. First of all, Joe, got to say congratulations on the new gig. And how does it feel to be the new running back coach over at Georgia State?
Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Words can't explain. I don't want to try to do it justice that way. But I love to be in Georgia. Upcoming program under Coach Bill Curry. A very good mentor. And I think it's an up-and-coming program, and I'm just excited to get going and get around the program and pitch in where I can pitch in.
All right, now, Joe, you played for some legendary coaches, Dungy, Gruden, and Friedgen. What have you learned from them that will help GSU take it to another level?
My first 2 coaches I want to mention, which is Ralph Friedgen, who's a big-time father figure of mine who mentored me in college. He was very, very, very strict on film work, footwork, development, technique. He cared about me tremendously off the field and wanted me to do right there. But more so, I learned almost the professional game in college with him because he came from the NFL. My next coach I want to talk about is Coach John Gruden. Briefly under him, 1 year, learning his offense, his enthusiasm, his love for the game, his sacrifice. Something I want to bring to the table as far as talking about John Gruden. But number 1 on my list, why I saved him for last, is Tony Dungy because he did the things that Coach Friedgen and Coach Gruden did also as far as X's and O's. He was also a big-time mentor and father figure, your faith, and being the best person you could possibly be. He's the only person that ever gave him a chance in the NFL, gave him a chance at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then again at the Arena, and then Indianapolis coach. So I'm very indebted to him, and we have a relationship now as we speak. And Tony Dungy is really, really a hero of mine, and I'm not ashamed to say that.
Sports Kings Radio, News and Talk 1380 WAOK. Rob Calloway and Dean Reed being joined on the line by former Georgia Tech quarterback Joe Hamilton. He's recently been appointed the new running back coach over at Georgia State University. Joe, with the story coming out last week about Terrell Pryor leaving OSU for the NFL and then turning down offers from the CFL, can you explain the process and just how hard it is to make the transition from college to the pros as a quarterback?
I don't think it is as hard as people want to make it seem to be, but what's very, 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 very hard is getting the opportunity to do that. And if I was a representative of Terrell Pryor, I would tell Terrell Pryor to do any kind of drills, get any kind of film that he can possibly get, that he can throw the football and keep his athletic ability going. I would tell him to do anything he can do to possibly impress those scouts. What happens is that if you are a guy in Terrell Pryor's case and you're talented, the guy might take a chance on you. You don't have the opportunity and the reps to develop, but you need to be a stellar pro quarterback. Take, for instance, Cam Newton, or take, for instance, Matthew Stafford. Take, for instance, Sam Bradford. Those guys were risk also. Let's not mistake ourselves about that. But they had the reps and the backing to develop. Do you have enough time to spend with Terrell Pryor to be able to develop him when you're talking at the NFL level? Because I think we all would agree that he needs development. But it's a sad deal over there in Columbus, Ohio, because I think that Man, a man went to school there for 3 years, maybe 4 years, and he's almost not existent there now because of the things he did. The same people that showed him love and probably gave him a discount here and there, I foresee them turning their back on him now because of the situation where the legendary coach got fired. So it's a tough situation for him. I would say do all the footwork and all the drills possibly NFL-wise that you can possibly prepare for.
All right, now several weeks ago during the SEC business meetings, Coach Steve Spurrier talked about the possibility of paying athletes. Now, are you in favor of that possibility happening?
I'm in favor of it, big-time favor of it. I mean, when you're talking about, I want to really, make my words clear here, is that let's start to talk. That's what Steve Spurrier was saying. Let's start to talk. I know there's a lot of intricacies that goes on in and out about how much, whatever you're a walk-on, whatever you're a starter, whatever you're a star player, and those things, which is deep thoughts. I think you got to start to talk because now you get to prevent some of these things, these guys selling their bull rings, not because they want to be hip and cool with gold necklaces, but in some cases want to pay their rent, want to help their mother and their father out. So you got to see that. You got to see that, and they're bringing lots and lots of money to dollars to the university, and you just got to weigh it. So I'm with him wholeheartedly. Let's start to talk. Let's get in the negotiation and see where we can go and whether there's a future in it or not.
Sports Kings Radio, Robin Dean hanging out with Joe Hamilton, former Georgia Tech quarterback, now running backs coach over at Georgia State University. Do you ever think about that 1999 season when you guys had a terrible game versus Wake Forest that possibly cost you a Heisman Trophy?
That season comes up a lot in my mind when you're looking at the man in the mirror and you're thinking about what you've done and what you could have done and erased. Wake Forest came to play that year. I mean, I thought the week before that, the Virginia loss was crucial. Orange Bowl bid on the line. Wake Forest game was crucial. Orange Bowl bid on the line. And I don't think we got it done. And me personally as a quarterback, and I feel a team leader, didn't play as well as I would like to play. Threw a few picks, made some mistakes. I often think about that, but not to the point to where I express myself, but just think about, the things that were missed opportunities. As far as Ron Dana winning the Heisman, well-deserved, to be mentioned in that breath, to go up to Downtown Athletic Club and that Heisman, the old Heisman ceremony building where they have it for the first, I think, 50-some-odd years, that was special. So the whole entire ordeal was special. I would take a lot of things back that season as far as Monday morning quarterbacking it after the fact, but nonetheless, I think we gave it our all, and we ended up decent.
All right, and finally, you guys open up the season September 2nd at the Georgia Dome against Clark Atlanta University. Now, what can we expect when the Panthers take on the Panthers?
Well, for our side of the ball, I mean, you can definitely expect an energetic, enthusiastic team that's ready to play football, that's disciplined, that understands that you can't take a dong off. We're going to go very, very hard. We're going to be explosive, making plays both offensively and defensively. And we're going to be exciting to watch. Under Coach Bill Curry and his staff, he's put together a tremendous staff and the players that we recruited. Yeah, we're looking, which will be another tougher schedule than we had last year. It'll be a very, very good and interesting season. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Joe Hamilton, former Georgia Tech quarterback, now running backs coach over at Georgia State University. Thank you so much for joining us on Sports Kings Radio. Dean Reed, another class act right there, man.
Yes, sir. And like you said, man, just almost a Heisman Trophy winner. And just in the flats of Bobby Dodd, the man did his thing.
Yeah, definitely, man. Of course, Ron Dane won that Heisman in '99, followed by Joe Hamilton. And guess who came in third?
Who?
Michael Vick. Sports Kings Radio, Robin Dean will be right back after these words. This is News and Talk 1380.
WAOK.
It's Sports Kings Radio with Rob Calloway and Dean Reed.